this is my recap for Glee Season 4, Episode 14, I Do, and, yeah, and basically, my thoughts on this episode were, I have a blue tongue, yeah, it was a lot going on, and not just Klaine stuff, but a lot going on in general, so, but I will get to the Klaine stuff first. I'm not going to do this in order because then I just drag on, but the Klaine stuff was amazing. I really love the idea of them just being friends for now, so I definitely don't think they're ready to be in a relationship again, or in a relationship. I think that them just helping each other out sexually is, you know, perfectly fine, and, you know, it's normal. It happens to a lot of couples, or people who are just, you know, aren't ready for that whole relationship again. I just feel like if they weren't ready for a relationship because they haven't really talked, and I guess in a sense they weren't ready for that sexual need either, but you know, they're only human, and I really like that Kurt was like, you know, we're just friends, and Blaine still had hope even though, you know, Kurt kept reassuring that it was just sex and that was it for the wedding, you know, love is in the air. Yeah, I think that was just awesome. Bros helping bros. I love when you talk Freddy. And we got to see some Culfer skin and some little bit of undies, so I was, you know, happy about that. Wish there was more, but, you know, what can you do? So, yeah, the makeout was fantastic. Let me just say, when I watched it the second time, because the first time when I watched it, I didn't like it. Like, I didn't like the episode very much because we knew so much already. God, my eyebrows bugging the shit out of me, sorry. We knew so much already, and, well, at least I did. And so I was just, like, expecting so much, and there wasn't, but then you gotta realize it's Fox and such, but the makeout was great. It was amazing. I like that in the beginning, we just see Kurt talking, and they're making out, and you don't see who it is, but a lot of us know it was Blaine. It could have been Adam, but, you know, that was the whole thing, you know, all of a sudden, oh, there's Blaine. Oh my gosh, what are they doing? They haven't even barely talked, and they're making out, so that was cool. I really like that, because the last time we see Blaine kind of doing his own thing, he likes Sam, so all of a sudden here he is with his ex-boyfriend making out. I think that was awesome the way Glee did that, but, and then they are interrupted once again by Mercedes, that cock-blocking Mercedes. She needs her arm gaze, which, like, girl, please, they were hiding their boners, and, you know, they were just doing it in the daylight, in the middle of a busy parking lot, in front of a church. They're horny boys, okay, and they can't resist each other. You know, if I was Kurt or Blaine, I feel the same, because I wouldn't be able to resist. They're very gorgeous people. Yeah. Also, I like the We Got Tonight sequence. That was really awesome. I'll probably get into that later because that ties in with all the other relationships. Finn and Rachel I really liked in this episode as well, because I usually don't, because they're kind of just but I really like this one because I feel like they're just meant to be. I'm really over Brody. We all know he's like this prostitute or some shit, and he's, you know, a skeezy kind of guy. I just think that Finn is the one for Rachel, and I might not always feel that way, but lately I have been, because they're just like perfect for each other, and they just know each other so well, and Finn lets Rachel be who she is, and, you know, doesn't want her to change herself because he wants her to be happy, and that whole part and that whole episode was really great. I liked their talks, and I feel like it wasn't, you know, a lot. It wasn't like, you know, the whole entire episode was very split up well. I also like that the most make-out kind of sexy part was the Klaine part, because usually it's always Finn and Rachel or, you know, somebody else, but no, it was Kurt and Blaine. They finally kissed again, and it was really, really lovely, and it was steamy. Take a cold shower. But yeah, like I said, like the Finn and Rachel parts, the Jake, Marley, Ryder parts. I'm starting to ship Marley and Ryder. I feel like Marley deserves better, and Ryder's the one for her, and Puck's creepy, by the way, but Jake doesn't know what he's doing. I don't think he's ready for a relationship, and I like them, but now I'm kind of just like, I think that Marley deserves better, and I'm really glad they didn't go all the way, because she wasn't ready, and they just met. Like, why are you expecting so fast? Like, girl, boy, please, I don't know. This Betty chick, I didn't not like Allie on the Glee project. She wasn't my favorite. I was rooting for Blake, but she wasn't alright. She kind of has a very nasally voice, but if We Got Tonight, it was alright because it was just one line. And I kind of like them together. I kind of like Betty because she's like a sassy girl who doesn't let her chair stop you know, being, but then again, it makes her bitchy, I suppose. But I was rooting for Sugar and Artie. Like, where was Sugar? Where was Kitty? Where was Unique? Where was Joe? That's what I want to know. They all had the Asian bird flu or whatever. Fucking Tina. Yeah, so there's that. And who's the other couple? Oh my god, Quinn and Santana. Yes, I know it was just like a ploy to like distract Britannia, and it was just something to keep, you know, like, oh guys, oh yeah, 2 lesbians are hot, whatever. But I always wanted Quinn to go gay. I always did. I'm a huge Faberry shipper in my heart. So this is like the second best thing. Yes, thank you Jesus, thank you Glee. Amazing, amazing. They were all drunk and bubbly, and even, you know, after they did it, they were going for round 2, so obviously there was no regrets. I just think that Quinn and Santana really work well together. They have that chemistry. They're both bitches, head bitches in charge and stuff. And then onto the Will and Emma stuff. I felt really bad for Emma. I think Emma deserves better. I don't like Will. I think that's pretty obvious. The whole song was awesome. Like, that was, Jayma fucking blew it out of the park rapping that shit out. That was awesome. And the whole sequence, how she kept singing and singing, she was running off out of the church and stuff. So I'm in a sense, I felt bad for Will, but he wasn't there for her ever. Here he is in Washington, D.C., and Emma has to deal with this whole wedding by herself, she has OCD and stuff. Like, she needed help, and I just don't think they were ready. Even after season 1, you know, they just aren't. Asked me that in season 1, I would have thought they were meant to be, but now it's just like, no, thank you. Maybe I still ship a little bit of Finn and Emma. Yeah, back onto the claim parts. Just Can't Get Enough was awesome. They were very flirty and dancy, and here was Tina with her what is it called? Juice box, and she was not having it, and she's like, who are you, Kurt Hummel? And like, she vapor raped his ex-boyfriend, and baby cupcakes, and just all over the place. Awesome. Like, it was, the whole sequence was amazing. Fucking funny. Just Can't Get Enough was just really good. It wasn't my favorite claim duet, but it was nonetheless really fun. I thought it was funny that even though Will didn't get married, they're still having a good old time at this reception. Oh, that made me laugh. But yeah, so I'm glad that Kurt found out about the vapor rub. You'd say, what now? It's not about me, Kurt. Bitch, please. I'm just so glad that's over with. And at the end, where she realizes that she's a crazy bitch and that Kurt and Blaine are soulmates, even though Kurt was like, we're just friends. And Blaine, you know, is a little bit sad about that, but he knows that him and Kurt are soulmates. Everyone knows. And yeah, I thought that was cute. Miss Tina Cohen Chang, claim Tina. I always wanted that friendship, and I liked it in season 3. And I hope that it's just, we can just go back to that, please, because I really was starting to just want to choke Tina a little bit. But I'm glad she's back to her sanity a little bit. And Mike was there. Why didn't you just hook up with Mike? We'll never know. So we got tonight's. Awesome. I loved all the couples going into the hotel room is they really, or I should say Glee is really getting into that later slot now, you know, like, because they have an hour later and they can do more, you know, sexual content. So I like that Finn and Rachel were getting it, and we all saw some of that, them doing it in the bed. Kurt and Blaine, you know, some of the tie tugging, some kinky gay, awesome sex. Quinn Santana, you know, Quinn was thoroughly fucked and she really enjoyed that pussy. You know, I would too. I'm very jealous. I don't know who I'd rather be, Quinn and Santana. Both join Rachel in there, you know. They should just all be together, all of the Glee Club members. But yeah, at the end with the talk with Kurt and Blaine, you know, Kurt was like, it's just fun. And I really love that about Kurt. He's more confident now. He knows he's sexy and he's a little tease and he likes it and he's good at what he does. And it's just such a big contrast from season 2 to now. It's like, he's just a sexy adult New York kind of guy, and he can just have casual fun sex with his ex-boyfriend and they can be friends of benefits. And even though Blaine wants more, I just don't think they're ready, because Blaine is still in Ohio and Kurt's still in New York, and it's still going to be the same thing over and over again. And then he's kind of like casually dating Adam, not really, so it's technically not cheating. It's just all over the place, you know, like, what are they going to do? I just know that they're endgame. Even if you don't ship it, I think everyone knows that, like, Finn and Rachel are always going to end up together and Kurt and Blaine are always going to end up together. That's just Glee logic right there. I also kind of thought that Britannia would be, but I don't see it at this point. I kind of don't want it to happen anymore. I kind of want Quinn Santana, even though I think the Quinn thing was just curious. I don't think it's going to be anything serious because Diana's not on there very much anymore. But I would like that, you know. She liked it, so I think we should enjoy it a little bit. It's a little bit random, but it has some twists. Glee has some twists. But yeah, the Kurt and Blaine's part, just, you know, see you downstairs, very seductive, very sexy. Blaine had a little bit of hope in there. I'm excited for that little bit of hope and, you know, sex rumpled, the bed, and he's jumping on the bed, he's happy, giddy. Yeah, those two scenes, the car makeout with all the groans and steamy, take a cold shower, and then this was perfect, perfect, perfect. It's just what we needed. But even though it was a little bit, you know, out of the blue, I think that's why this episode is a lot of cliff, like, shockers, you know, like, oh my god, I didn't know that was gonna happen. And at the end, when we find out that Rachel may be pregnant, is it Brody's, is it Finn's? It can't be Finn's, like, it's too soon. Like, they just did it. I don't understand. What's gonna happen with Kurt and Adam? What's gonna happen with Will and Emma? I don't really care, but, you know, I kind of still ship Riley and, is that what they're called? Reiner and Riley? Yeah, just because he's so sweet. I just want him to be my boyfriend. I wish that Ryder and Tina would have dated. That would have been nice. What's the other song? Anything Can Happen I didn't like. Oh my god, my favorite song from the episode was the one with Jake and Marley, You're All That I Need to Get By. Oh, I love it. I love the suits. That was so cute. That song is my jam. That whole week I was jamming out to that song. Anything Can Happen I didn't like. I didn't like the voices. I didn't like the beat. But whatever. Sometimes you just don't like a Glee song, and I just prefer the original. I think that, what's her name, Ellie Goulding just kind of has that voice where she can only do that song, so it was alright, just meh, you know. Yeah, so ew Brody, yay Quintana, and yay Klaine, and 3 weeks till Glee, so come what may, I'm very, 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 very excited for that. Even if it's just a dream sequence, or if I want it to be like Kurt falls in love with Blaine again, like, you know, Blackbird, but it switched. That'd be awesome. I just think it's just too soon. I don't know what they're going to do with that, because there's still like 7 episodes till the finale. So, I don't know. I really like Kurt and Adam, but, you know, Klaine is my OTP, besides Kurt Bastion, but, you know. And yeah, so I don't think I'll be doing any videos until then. We'll see. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later, and tell me what you thought of Glee. Don't you dare be talking about Kurt either, because we can have fun, okay? We can have fun. Kurt can have fun, casual sex, and it's normal. It's okay. Chill. Chill. They're gonna be alright. They're Ross and Rachel. Okay. No slut shaming. Thank you. Bye.